Welcome to B2B with Randy and Craig, where we discuss the rise, the falls,
and the kicking back.
No, Sunday morning. We're not kicking anybody. We're not talking about
right.
that. All right, I'm here with John Saxon DeBow, Teresa Lewis of Lou Saxon Music Entertainment. Guys, tell us the story. How'd you get into music?
Well, it started way back when.
That's John, by the way, in case anybody
This is
doesn't
John.
know.
By the way. So yeah, it's actually a fascinating story. My great uncle was lost in the Pacific, and they never found him during World War II. He was a gunner pilot, and he was going to.
This is the best start to any story I've ever had.
He basically was going to come home and visit my grandmother for the holiday. It was almost. I think it was like December 18th, right before the holiday. Mm-hmm. And basically, his friend's wife went into labor. So he said, okay, I'll take your run. They were on a big bomber plane fighting in the war. And he came home, and my uncle lost his life, and they never came back. They lost the plane, never found it. The music part of it is he also played saxophone in the band there in the Army. So they shipped his Purple Heart and a saxophone back. And my father, who was a toddler, he was like 3 years old, kept on opening the saxophone case.
Right.
And it's shiny, and and they're like, this is crazy. They keep hiding it, and he's finding it. And finally they said, okay, let's see what he
was
can do.
drawn to the music.
From 5 years old. So my father started taking sax lessons, and he was doing, my heritage is Polish on my dad's side. Mm-hmm. So he was doing polkas, 5 years old. Kindergarten on the stage by himself, wailing polkas, which is really not the easiest music to play. So,
there was a movie. There was a movie, The Polka Kings.
Yeah,
yes.
so it's like all this fingering that you like. So he was a savant from the beginning. He grew up and was in little bands, in the 50s, and then he became the original sax player to Johnny Maestro and the Crafts.
Wow.
And the reason the company is Lou Saxon, not Lou DeBow Music, is he thought it was a cooler name. They called him Louis Sax. So it
is a cooler name.
Yeah. And he played sax, and it made sense. And then he changed when he left Johnny and opened up Lou Saxon Music and did weddings and had his own, entertainment company. He put sax on to it, so it was Lou Saxon.
Got it.
So he was known as that.
So he when he started playing, he started out doing like parties and bar mitzvahs.
Yeah, he was doing all weddings
stuff.
and all that stuff. And so he saw maybe maybe it wasn't the best decision because he went from a known artist to doing it himself. But I guess he's definitely an entrepreneur that wanted to be his own boss.
Right, wanted to do his own thing.
And as you'll find out, I did the same thing after, doing the corporate and all that.
What year is this that we're talking about?
We're talking about Johnny Maestro must have been in the 60s. Yeah, right. So
it sounds to me he did make the good decision because look how long, here we are in 2025, still having the conversation.
And he's been gone. He passed away early because he was a smoker 21 years ago, and I've been running the company since. So.
I'm sorry for your loss, but it looks like that he trained you well and you stepped up.
He made me learn 10 different instruments. I didn't have much of a, childhood other than practicing and stuff.
Music.
But I was playing professionally at 9 years old. I was doing weddings at Friday night, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday.
The polka too?
Not much of the Polish because, we did a little bit of that, but more it was weddings and private parties.
But you were very young.
But I was dressing in tuxedos at 9 and falling asleep in school on Monday morning because I had just done 5 gigs.
Got it.
So I was playing.
So you've been playing your whole life. And Teresa, you're the manager?
I am the manager.
So you book the gigs and so forth?
Yes, I do.
How long have you guys been together?
I hired her to become the manager solely because of the Meatloaf show that we're going to talk about. Yep. My all revved up band, Meatloaf tribute band that we travel all over. It just got too much for me.
Is that the most popular? Because
it's the big money.
No, you do a couple of different.
It's a big money maker. That and my Almost Elton, the Elton John show that we have. It's the same band, so it can interact. We can go to Ohio and do 2 shows and bring their costs down, but we get paid double. So it's kind of a nice thing.
So tell us the different things that you do. So
okay.
you do a cover band. Elton, blah blah blah. I
So
don't
we
wanna-
have an Elton John band called Almost Elton, where I'm Elton. I do tons of costume changes, and
I love to
I
see
perform. And
I wish
and-
you would have worn one of those costumes.
very cool.
today.
I could have, yeah.
You should have.
He
What do you mean you
should've.
could have?
Yeah.
Could have. You should have. What do you mean?
Today I'm
loves to
just
dress
me.
up.
You know.
Today, yeah, you're boring you, but
They
we're
wore
excited.
shirts with me on it. Isn't that
As you
enough,
say.
know?
Yeah, I like it. I
Yeah,
like it.
We're
I
all
like it.
revved up.
So all revved up is really the moneymaker. It's 15 years ago. I was a big guy with long hair with a big voice, and just made sense to do that. And I love the theatrics of it. And we do costume changes, choreography,
Well, it's got to be fun.
just great stuff.
So much fun.
It's gotta
I have
So-
a great band. You know, it's
Do
an
you
8-piece
ever,
band.
as a performer, do you ever get nervous before a show?
No, not anymore. No.
Did you when you first started?
You were
Yeah.
nervous as hell sitting on this couch. You were telling me you
Yeah,
had
like-
wipe your forehead.
Yeah,
Nah, I'm just
yeah,
joking.
not really. Nah, I pretty much take it in stride. There's things that you're always thinking about because you're the boss and you just want everyone to do the right thing and so
He stays very focused.
you're always thinking that.
Well,
But
he's a musician. He's an artist.
He
That's why
absolutely
you're
does.
there. You're there
Yes.
to take care of all the gobbledygook.
I take care of all the gobbledygook.
Right. You
That's for
have to
sure.
remain
I
focused.
couldn't do it
So
without
if he
my
wants a
team.
big,
My team's great.
a big bowl of green M&Ms.
Oh, I'm getting
That-
involved.
Oh, you're a
Okay.
diva. You're a diva.
Only thing I have there is a joke.
He's a
On my
diva.
on my rider, I only have one bottle of Screwball whiskey, and it's peanut butter whiskey. I don't even drink, but I did it as a gag.
And it's always there.
We've only gotten it twice because
Yeah,
it's a
we
hard
never
one. I
get
should have picked Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
I get it every time, right?
All right. So you can always switch it, though.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
always
but
switch
it
it.
doesn't even matter. But other than that, I'm always telling my band it's about performing. It's not what we're getting, and we put a rider together, and I'm really easy. It's like little cheese crackers and
Right.
just have some water for us. That I'm fine.
But so what's your customer base? Is it weddings? Is it
Okay.
gigs at?
Well, I have a wedding band. I have a country band. I have an Irish band. I'm in every single band. I play 10 instruments. What was smart is many years ago, I saw that the bands were it was harder to get lots of gigs, because this is what I do full time.
Right.
So I started turning them into trios and then duos, and then now I became a better piano player and I started doing singles. So I always adapt to what's working.
To what the need is
Yep.
of the venue or what have
So
you.
now,
right?
if the phone rings, no matter what you want, I'll give it to you. I'll figure it out. I have so many musicians I can call that I know. People know I'm reliable. I've been doing it a long time. So if you need a country man or mariachi during Cinco de Mayo, I'll put on sombreros and a thing, and I'll put on a fake mustache, and I'll go
Yes,
and I
you
do, And one of my forums is I do nursing homes. So I'll do nursing homes
that's
and assisted
wonderful.
living. So it's a give back. It's not a lot of pay, but everybody loves me there, and I'll make
Well, it's
a
great
shout
for,
out.
It's great for our seniors. It gives them it must be a wonderful day, and you get a great sense of
Absolutely.
accomplishment.
And
from
it's a
doing it.
nice thing that you could do during the day and still do gigs at
So,
night.
Craig, you know what I love about this story? So here's somebody who's doing what he loves, right?
Absolutely.
He's
I always
been
say I'm
playing
blessed.
instruments since
So
since
blessed.
9. But you keep talking about the business side of it,
Right.
right?
Well,
So
it is a business.
It is a business.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is a business. So
I've done all
you're
the
an
other things.
entrepreneur.
I was a tennis pro for 30 years. I was a high school teacher. I've done corporate. I built tennis courts. I did landscaping. I was a foreman. I worked for the man. So to work for yourself is the best thing you can do.
It is,
and
especially
you got to
doing
love it.
something you love.
Absolutely.
Especially
That's
doing something-
exactly what it is.
So over your journey as a musician,
Mm-hmm.
what's one mistake that you've had to make in order to make it to where you're sitting today?
One mistake. People say I'm too nice and too forgiving.
Yeah.
So sometimes I let people take advantage of me that maybe I have a tough time firing people. I'll give them second, third, fourth chances. Where my dad was like,
Gone.
you're gone. You
Sitting
know?
on this couch, this chair. Actually, I was sitting here. They were sitting there. Somebody said to us, an entrepreneur. She told us that the most important word that she learned was no, as an
Yeah.
entrepreneur, and
That's
that
enough.
stuck with me. That
My
stuck with
manager
me.
and promoter will absolutely
We are
tell
the
you.
no's.
They say to me
Seriously.
all the time, John can't say no. Like I'm exhausted from, I did 13 gigs this week,
Right.
it's and that's not an exaggeration. It's like insane amount of work. And if somebody called and said,
I need a 14.
right now, John, can you make Amber Court? Which I want to say a shout out to Amber Court and Westbury. They're my pal.
Absolutely.
They love me. They're great.
What is
all
that?
my
Is that a
friends-
restaurant? Is that
No, that's an assisted living. And they're just the sweetest people. When I
Love
go
it.
there, it's family.
Where they located?
They all in Westbury, right next to Westbury Music Fair.
Oh, okay.
And they're just
I'm going there tonight.
They're the sweetest. Oh yeah, we have a lot of friends going there.
I'm
tonight.
going there today.
That's good
It's
stuff
80s.
tonight.
It'll be
Rick
fun.
Springfield.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it should
yeah.
be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun. By the time this airs, that show
That'll
would have
be
happened
way
a
on.
long
Yeah,
time
yeah,
ago.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, what's there this weekend?
So and a lot of them, actually, the rec coordinator Ginger Bonner, she'll be there, and she's just a saint. She gives her everything to these people to
So-
make. There's a room that everyone, they just light up when
Gravitate
musicians come.
Well,
and I
look,
go to a
it's-
lot of others, and they're so dreary. And
I can see what you are. I mean, from the minute you guys all walked in the room, you it's smiles and happiness and I can only imagine, somebody in a senior home so excited for the
So
opportunity to
excited.
listen to music.
I get paid
you
to
probably
make
dress
people
as
happy.
Elvis, knowing you.
I do. Fat Elvis
Everything.
comedy show. Where I eat while I'm in a big fat suit. And I'm Elvis, and I sing just like him. I'm like, hey,
It's
baby.
a pretty
And I go,
crazy
I
show.
love my tenders, love me, baby. And I'm doing that.
And they love it.
And I'm eating chicken tenders instead of
Yeah,
love
and
me.
I'm feeding them.
And like she'll bring me food, and it's crazy.
Oh,
and they
so
love that.
you're more than a manager. Hold on.
She's
yeah.
my,
also
she's
part
my,
of the,
she's my
An
best
Uber.
friend, and she's my manager. So yeah.
So
She was my best friend first, and then
Yes.
Well, that's
So
I now have another best friend,
which we'll bring in a bit. We're gonna
if
bring
you're
in the best
just
friend.
tuning in to B2B with Randy and Craig on WBAB 102.3, Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts, we are sitting.
What, no glass breaking?
No.
Later, we can't
We'll
afford
get
that prop.
it in
We
post.
can't afford that prop.
We're sitting here with John Saxon DeBow of Lou Saxon Music Entertainment. And with Teresa, but we're going to do a quick change right now. We have a manager popping out, and we're going to be bringing
popping
in
out.
our promoter.
And while the promoter's coming in,
The
I'm gonna,
promoter's going to tell us the dates too.
and we're going to
hopefully.
hear the dates. Well, the dates we got to remember. We're not live, so just keep in mind. Dates.
Oh, yeah,
So we
that's
got-
true.
That's
so,
true.
but
So
but
that's
but let me
important,
ask you.
dates.
Let me ask you a question. Very important that I think that a lot of people may not appreciate. Because you see music as entertainment,
Right.
And you said it before, it's a business.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a true
Absolutely.
business. So tell me about the competitive landscape, right? Because I have to believe that if I'm planning a wedding, if it's a corporate event,
Right.
even if it's for the seniors, there's competition.
incredible competition. So, like I said earlier, though, what one of my strong attributes is the change. I really watch what's going on, and I'm constantly adapting. So in the 80s, it was DJs. So my dad was the same as me. He said, let's buy 8 DJ systems, and we'll have 8 DJs going out. And it was killer. We were killing it. And then 90s happened, that recession happened, and all of a sudden it was like, oh man, what's going on? No one
wants a DJ.
Yeah, and no one's doing the big band thing. So constantly adapting. But as far as competitive, if you have good integrity, if you work really hard and people know they can rely on me, not everyone can like you, but everyone can have to have some sort of respect and say, God, I'm stuck. Let's call John, and John
Right.
will be able to get me a
Always.
musician or do it. So that's the thing that if that's how I stay above the competition is I'm
And
very
just
reliable.
like any
And
business,
I always show up on time and before.
that's probably one of the most
And the
important
most
things.
important thing in this, as that I find in entertainment, and that other musicians don't do, is let's say I book something for $100, like a nursing home, and then I get a $3,000 gig for the same date. I won't take that $3,000
because you've already committed.
I've already committed. No matter that I'm going to lose money, I might find someone else to do the $3,000 and take a small, part of
course.
that if I can.
Right.
But or if the very least, I'll contact the contact and says, is it okay if I put so and so on for that $100 gig, and then I'll go do the big one? But I'll never just do it. And it's very rare that I'll even switch it.
I
So,
love that.
But it,
Teresa,
that makes good.
how do we find? How do we book?
Well, we book by going. We both go out to all the venues and we promote them that way. We make a lot of phone calls.
How does somebody find you?
They find me through the website.
What's the website?
Yeah,
Yep,
which is
website.
the web.
How
which
much
is-
can I lead you down the?
I was trying to help.
Come on.
It's the
What's
website.
the-
is
She's
W-
manager, not
www.
interview
Yeah,
extraordinaire.
I am not good with
Extraordinaire.
that. But I will do my best. It's www. Dot. Oh my goodness! All revved up, NewYorkBand.com.
I don't think there's a dot. I think it's www.
Yeah,
all
whatever.
revved up.
Yeah, there's no dot.
All right, no
Dot's
doubt.
got-
So that's it.
We shouldn't have
And
asked you.
You should.
You could go to my Facebook page.
And the
pretty
Facebook
big.
page
What's the
also.
Facebook page?
It's just under John DeBow or All Revved Up.
All
There's
Revved
two
Up.
different ones.
And is there a phone number?
Yes. 631-289-3100.
So if I'm having a wedding, if I'm having a corporate event, if I want a backyard party, I want some fun entertainment,
All
you could
that.
do everything from big band to
Call.
just
One
yourself.
piece to 18-piece orchestras.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Every genre too. You want country? I put on my country stuff, and I'm the drummer, and I'm singing that. If you want Irish, I put on Irish, and I'm singing it in a Celtic voice, and I'm doing all that. I learned all the musics. I can speak Spanish. I can sing Spanish, Italian. Yesterday we had some food in an Italian restaurant. I told them I'll come in and I'll sing Italian for them.
I
So
love it.
no matter where I go,
you
I'm
do a
always
lot of.
doing that.
I'm assuming covers.
Do a lot of covers, but oddly enough that you're talking about, I just got
this is a nice story.
last year. This wonderful man named Jonathan Harbour came into. I'm also a teacher, so we'll get to that in a little bit. He came into my music store, and he. I teach music in a Eastport music scene, and I also do it privately.
I guess that's in Eastport.
You got it.
See?
I want to give the shout out to my boy Cliff.
All right.
So basically, he came in and he needed a band for his 60th birthday. Hamptonite guy, has money. He's a Microsoft guy, big money. And I'm like, all right. So I have a band, and I didn't know who I was going to put in it yet because I have a general purpose band called Lou Saxon Jam Band, where I use guys and I pop in. I'm either going to play piano and sing or drum and sing, and then I'll get a guitarist, a bassist,
Right.
female vocal. And usually I have people that I do use, but if they're not available, I never say no. I'll book it. I put my
You figure it
musicians
out.
in. I'm on the gig. I know it's gonna work. You know, it's
You're
not-
always leading the band.
I'm always doing it. Yeah, unless someone hires me, and then I'm very, very cool. All right. I'll be your drummer, and I won't say nothing. And
Oh, so you will work for a band.
people
but
call me all the time to play in their bands.
Originals.
Not too much originals, but the covers. Now the original thing, this guy never really was a songwriter. He liked to fiddle, and he said, "Oh, what do you think?" I did his party. After the party, he's like, "Let's just jam, hang out." So my guys were like, "All right." So we go in, and the guy takes out an acoustic guitar and he's playing. I'm like, "Wow, you're pretty decent, right?" He starts singing a song he wrote. I like, this is cool. So right and then and there, we formed a band called Tribal Folk. I came up with the name. And yeah, because and it's like a mixture of, his voice is like Gordon Lightfoot, who meets the Dead. So it was like a jam band, and we were just like, it was awesome.
How many years ago was that?
That was last year, a year ago. He then, because he has the funds to do it, we went into the studio and we wrote an album together.
Wow.
And we just put it out in June.
Yeah.
So
How
and
do we get that? Is that
Tribal Folk? You know what? It's still being mixed and everything, but it's going to be soon. But the name of the band is Tribal Folk. I
exciting.
don't have all the platforms for it yet. And then my birthday was in June, and I've written 65 original songs that I've just done nothing with because I'm busy. And I know that being a businessman as well as a musician, that, hey, getting paid or finding places to play with original music is tough to do.
Of course.
So I just put that on the back burner. He's like,
You
for
can't,
your birthday.
you can't squeeze it into a set when you're
well,
doing it.
you know what? I've done it every once in a while, and people, unless you say, "Oh, this is my song I wrote,"
Right.
people clap, and it's like a golf clap. You know, it's like they're
Yeah,
just
all
clapping.
right, yeah. Then move on. Give me
Yeah.
something
Right,
I know.
exactly.
So he let me record in the studio, which I would have never done, and I have a song now that is being
Yes.
cut, and it's beautiful. I'm
It's
very
exciting.
Yeah,
It's
I
very
was like, wow,
exciting.
it's pretty cool, and I'm the instrumentation on the album too.
So
Like-
as a musician, and a former musician myself,
Oh, cool.
I'm prone to ask how.
I thought you were a singer.
Yeah.
That's a
same thing.
musician.
No, I never seen him play anything.
That's an instrument.
No, you're right. I guess
Your
so. I
voice.
guess so.
So how do you juggle being a friend and a family member while you know, and I know that you know, that a lot of gigs are on the weekends and nights and
Well, I
Friday?
am divorced.
Well,
That
may
answers
be
that
very-
question.
But I divorced her. But that's not. But I knew that, and I was in relationships, and me don't really work, you know. So but I keep in touch with all my exes. But the thing is, you try.
Are they in Texas?
No,
No.
Actually, I've
Actually, there's one
There's
in
a girl
Texas.
there that we met 15 years ago online, and we keep in touch in Texas, and she would like marry me in a second. But we've never met. It's the wildest thing. But
Well, be careful
Anyway.
with
Be
that. That would
careful
be,
with that,
my
yeah.
advice is be careful.
well, that's why we've never met. So no. So yeah, I hear what you're saying, you know, and that's the thing. Now I'm blessed because I have 2 sons who are in the music business. I tried to steer them from it, no matter what I tried to do.
Oh, come on.
And
Your
they found
family,
fun.
your whole your generation.
So it's 3rd generation,
Yeah.
and one is the drum tech and for They Might Be Giants. He's worked with Madonna.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the correlation is, the crazy thing is my uncle taught the drummer, Marty, and Marty was a friend of mine who was the drummer of They Might Be Giants. And then, unbeknownst to my son who got the job, he ended up being the drum tech for it's
That's
just
crazy.
bizarre.
It's
Now-
a small, big world.
Now, my uncle is also a professional musician. He's a drummer, and I worked with him for 15 years with a band called the Hip Pickles Drum Band.
Okay.
And
That
we
sounds
were
like a fun band.
we were the #1
Very.
BOCE
Real
sponsored
was.
character education school programming until COVID hit. So I was very proud of that. It was all drum corps, Blue Men Group, stomp type of choreography and
It
comedy.
was awesome, and I was the roadie, and that's how it all started.
That's where it
Well,
started.
you've grown. You've gone
Oh, yeah,
from the roadie to the manager. I mean, you
manager.
talk about so your corporation offers growth
I know
opportunities.
how to.
So now I'm the
one of my skills is to find people that I can. I hate the word use, but incorporate into things to help you
not-
in your
That
business.
is a tremendous.
It's putting the right people in place to help you do the
And you
things
couldn't
that you're
you couldn't
not
do better
good
than
at.
these 2 young
Right
ladies.
people, right seat.
Correct.
And when you meet Justine, you'll see. You know, she's
She's
great
supposed
as
to
a
be here.
promoter.
You won't leave. I don't
All right,
blame you. It's
switch it.
fun. It's fun.
There we go. So Teresa's
Yeah.
She's out.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
and read the back of their shirts.
Well, come back on camera. Let's read the shirt.
Meatloaf used to always say, "Never ever stop rocking,"
There you go.
and that's what we do.
The meatloaf reminds me of my growing up in the 80s, 90s, being at whatever club I was at. Dashboard Light was always the last song of the night. Like it felt like that's when you had a.
We end that, but then we always come on with
Welcome.
the encore with Bat Out of Hell. So
Yeah, oh, that's
because
gotta
I
be
cover
your
myself
encore.
with bat, with blood and wings, and I'm glad we're talking about it all revved up now, because what really that is it's a show. It's not just a concert. We've been known as, man, these guys go. It takes us 3 hours to set up the stage because I bought all these props.
you're
and
doing it.
everything. Yeah, and I
Countertop
I
style.
changed 10 times in that show, and I changed probably 20 times in Elton. So I really bring the theatrics to it.
I love it.
You know, I'm really an
Well,
actor.
you're a
in
ball of
heart.
energy.
You know, right now, maybe not today. I'm a little tired. My
Well, then-
voice is hoarse, but you guys, you're getting the tame John right now.
Well, then that worked
Everyone
out.
knows this is tame.
So go back to Meatloaf for a second.
Yeah.
In this song set, do you do anything? Because I think he was in Rocky Horror.
Yep.
Right?
So we do Time Warp and Hot Patootie. Yep.
Got it.
And I dress like Eddie.
I love it.
Yep. We do all the costuming and
Any shows coming up in September, November, October that you know of yet?
we do have them, but I think we prepared for earlier
All
ones.
right, but you'll give us
Yeah.
that because we'll put that
we can
and
post.
we'll put it on the post. 'Cause
Absolutely.
love to come out and see. So I ask
We're at
everybody.
the Jones Beach band shell this week, but no one's going to be able to see it that's listening. But I'm telling you guys, so maybe
Well,
it'll come out.
got it. And what is that? The Jones.
Friday night we're doing All Revved Up right on the band shell. It's on the opposite side of the big theater.
Yes,
And it's right on the beach, and it gets packed, and you bring your lawn chairs. And
that sounds fun.
and we're going to do the full show.
I'm going to ask you a question that we ask entrepreneurs when they come on, and I want to see if it's relevant to this. Is there a book that you would recommend that somebody who's thinking about getting into being an entrepreneur, or especially getting in the entertainment field, should read?
I was never a big reader until about 20 years ago. Now, this might not be the best thing to say on radio, but the only time I do read is when I'm doing my business in the bathroom.
All right, you can say that.
But I do read quite a few books in a year doing that.
Well, there you go.
All right, and I only read biographies or historical or fact stuff.
Well, the good
So
news is, thank God you're very regular.
Yes.
Because otherwise you wouldn't be able to finish all those books.
I never get through these books.
Right, if you were eating Mexican every night, you would never finish anything.
So about 15 years ago, I read a book called Q. It's about Quincy Jones. If you read that book, it'll
Q.
Yeah, it's a great book on Quincy Jones, who was, if people don't know, one of the amazing producers and giant music musicians and music guys of our era.
That's a great recommendation.
So that would be one. I'm currently reading one on Elton just to try to get more
about Elton.
so I'm better on stage as Elton. It took me 15 years to really get the show where we're at now with the All Revved Up. It's only our second year with the Elton show. And next year we start my not fat Elvis, but the almost Elvis, because I've lost 50 pounds now. So I'm going from meatloaf to flank steak.
Right there. There you go.
And we're going to do, a real serious Elvis show.
Love it.
So now the band's same members, I can go to Michigan, Las Vegas, anywhere, and do 3 different shows and only have to go once. So
Fantastic.
smart.
Before we run out of time, give me the website one more time.
www.allrevvedup.
All Revved Up, and the best phone number?
631-289-3100.
And we can book.
Let's give you the website again. It's okay that she didn't get it completely right. So it's www.allrevvedupnewyorkband.com.
allrevvedupnewyorkband.com. I can go on there. I can see where you're playing. I could book you.
You guys
questions,
have video
all that
footage
stuff.
of like performances?
Yeah. You go to the website. You're gonna see everything where we
Okay.
played. We played all over the country.
What about that
Canada.
original saxophone? Where is that? Before we run
The
out of
original
time?
saxophone?
The one that your uncle.
We don't have it anymore, unfortunately. No, do not have it.
But
If
great
I can
story.
talk a little bit about my band, because it would be really sad if I didn't
Go,
get a chance.
please do.
So we have one of the best saxophonists on Long Island. Her name is Sax Kitten, Colleen Farquhar. She dresses like a sexy cat. She plays her
you,
butt
Craig.
off. She's great. We
I
have
might fit
an
into that
incredible,
outfit. You never know.
incredible keyboard player named Diane O'Neill, who has played at Carnegie Hall several times. We have a really, really thunderous drummer named Nick Cangemi. We have Mikola Corrado and her husband, Joe Corrado. He's a guitarist, and she is the female vocalist. They go all out to make our
And this is
gigs.
All Revved Up that
Yep.
you're talking about. This is that band.
All Revved Up, the Meatloaf Tribute Band. We also have, our newest member is Pepe Aquilino. He's also with River of Dreams, the Billy Joel, but he's also with us now, and he's great. And then my partner in crime, 15 years, Jimmy Garaputo, who is just an incredible guy, laid back, always there for you. He's the bassist.
I got to
And,
tell you, I can't wait to come out and see you guys.
Yeah.
I talked about Diana Ray. Yeah, it's
That's
okay.
awesome.
Teresa, please pay attention. We're on the air. We're on the air, for God's sakes. What do you think we're running here? Amateur hour?
What do you think? What do you think? I'm an amateur.
Yeah, you
What do you think?
got it.
What do you think? I'm on RCN. This is BAB, baby.
We're not fooling around over here. This is real stuff. This is not AM radio. Come on. All right, we're out of time. But you said it before we sat down. You said we could have talked for 20 hours, and you hit it on the head because you're very interesting. And what a story. And I love the way we started out. I just everything. Craig,
Very
take
unique.
us home before
And
BAB
you
cuts
guys
us
are
out.
great, man.
Thank
Perfect,
you.
Oh,
perfect,
thank you.
perfect
so
match.
much.
Thank you.
Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank
If you
you.
too want to be a guest like them on B2B with Randy and Craig, go to B2B with RandyandCraig.com. And from B2B with Randy and Craig, that's a wrap.
Yes.